What's up, guys? ND here, and today, do I have an awesome deck to show you guys. It is going to be one of my many variants of Dark Magician. Now this variant is going to be Dark Magician with the Wind Witch archetype into it. A very recent thing we've got in the Raging Tempest set, and it's quite a good archetype. Wind Witches, like, they're a very small archetype consisting of like mainly 3-4 cards, technically 5, but only one deck as far as I know uses the fusion, but this deck is not that one. But yeah, they're, like I said, very small archetype, but very, very good. They're mainly a synchro wind archetype, and what makes them so powerful is that they can make this beast with a single card that cannot be destroyed by card effects. And how they do all this amazing stuff I will go over with, as well as why I decided to mix them with the Dark Magician archetype. Once again, they are pretty splashable, but not too many variants with Dark Magician out there. But I gave it a try, and it's pretty good. So let me go over my stuff here. 3 Dark Magician because, of course, this is a Dark Magician deck, so can't run any less than 3 of this guy here. Now, we have 3 copies of Magician of Dark Illusion next. Now, some people in a lot of Dark Magician decks play 2 of this guy, and that's okay because they're afraid of him clogging up in your hands. But I personally have never really had that problem to where he is useless. Like, when he's in my hand, he always has a purpose, whether it be to utilize his effect or even just as a lore fodder. He always has some kind of purpose. But what makes him really cool is that during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell trap card, except during, sorry about the hiccup, the damage step, you can special summon it from your hand, and he always counts as Dark Magician as long as he's on the field. So you can utilize all of the Dark Magician cards as long as you have just Magician Dark Illusion out. And his other effect is that if you activate a spell or trap card while this card is on the field, only once while this card is on the field though, it's not once per turn, only once, you can special summon a Dark Magician from your graveyard after that spell or trap effect activates. So, very, very good. As you can see, his stats are switched. His attack is 21, defense 25, rather than Dark Magician having 25 attack and 21 defense. So, overall, a very, very good card. Next up here, we're actually going to our Magician's Rod next. For some reason, I did the whole sorted out to make it look neater, but separated Dark Magician and Wind Witches, which is a little weird, but oh well. Alright, so next up here we have Magician's Rod. This is your main searcher of the deck. Normal summon him, and you can add a spell or trap that says Dark Magician in its text, and add it to your hand. And also during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap card, while it's in the graveyard, you can tribute a spellcaster and add that card back to your hand. So with a lot of the Dark Magician stuff we got in the Dark Illusion, a lot of the new support is based around activating stuff on your opponent's turn. So, lots and lots of crazy stuff with that. And that is it for the Dark Magician monsters that I run. I do not run Magician's Robe. I mean, not to say that he's bad. Here, I'll search him real quickly. Alright, here it is, Magician's Robe. If you guys want to add this card in, there's nothing, I don't want to say there's anything wrong with this card per se. It's just, whenever I did try him, first of all, you would never run him any more than one of. Never. And, again, it's not that his effect is bad, but to me, it's just not worth a slot here. But if you guys want to run Magician's Robe, go right ahead. Once again, I'm not saying this is a bad card. So, that's just my take on it. And now we're going to the Wind Witches stuff. So first up here, we've got Wind Witch Ice Spell. We run 3 copies of this one. So if you control no monsters, you could special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, you could special summon a Wind Witch from your deck. And also when this card is normal special summoned, you can burn your opponent for 500 damage. Now it's got this thing to where you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck unless they're level 5 or higher wind. But for Dark Magician, that's not really too much of a problem, because for the most part, you want to use your Wind Witch, all your Wind Witch stuff turn 1, and you mainly special summon on your opponent's turn with Dark Magician on their turn. So, yeah, this restriction doesn't really hurt you that badly. Next up here, we've got Wind Witch Glass Spell, the thing you will usually use to special summon with your Ice Spell. If it's normal special summon, you can add a Wind Witch monster from your deck to your hand. Sorry about that. And also, you can't special summon monsters at all for your turn except Wind. And obviously, you can only use it once per turn. Now, this is your tuner of the deck, to where you go into your synchro plays. And the card you're usually going to search out is going to be your Snowbell, also a tuner. Though we only run one copy of this one, because after you utilize it to get the Crystal Wing, you don't really need it anymore. However, if you want to run 2 of this, that's completely fine as well. Nothing wrong with 2, just I personally prefer 1. If you control 2 or more wind monsters, and not a single non-wind monster, you could special summon it from your hand. And also, anything that was single summon when this cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Now this is how we're going to make our crystal combo. You special this from your hand when you have nothing, and you special this from your deck. Search out this, synchro these 3 for either Clear Wing or Windwitch Winterbell, and then use your Snowbell to synchro into your Crystal Wing that cannot be destroyed by card effects. So that's basically how that little combo works, and it is brilliant. Because for those of you who don't know, Crystal Wing is a scary monster to deal with. Like, against the right deck, having a Crystal Wing out alone could win you games. And to add the fact that he can't be destroyed by card effects, it's amazing. Alright, and for the last monsters we run here, we're going to run 2 copies of Maxi. Probably one of the greatest hand traps we currently have in the game. During the other player's turn, obviously you discard it, and every time your opponent special summons, you draw a card. So, very, very good here. Now we're going to get into our spells. 2 copies of Allure of Darkness here for a draw. Now, I don't run 3 in here, because the main one I like to utilize here is Wonder Wand. Now, this is an equip spell, something you don't really see too often, but it's really, really good. You equip it to any spellcaster monster, then you equipped it, then you discard it, then you get to draw 2 cards. A neat little combo I like to do with Wonder Wand is either to have the Magician's Rod, use my search, then draw 2, or while I have Magician of Dark Illusion and Dark Magician out, I would equip the Wonder Wand to Dark Magician, use the effect to discard, draw 2 cards, and since I activated a spell effect, I can use Magician of Dark Illusion special effect to special summon Dark Magician as soon as I use my Wonder Wand effect. So I basically got a free 2 cards there. So it's a really, really good combo. And that's why I like to use this more than Allure. And I have tested this deck out many times, and it really works out well. It really does. And next up here, have 1 copy of Dark Magic Attack. Now this is how you're going to be clearing back row. And it's searchable, so that's really, really awesome. For those of you old school players, this is basically Harpy's Feather Duster for Dark Magician. Like, it just blows up everything spell trap wise for Dark Magician. Back row, field spell, pendulum zones, nothing, blows them all away. Really, really good stuff there. And next up here, for our Dark Magician stuff, Dark Magical Circle, basically one of the most important cards into this deck. It's a continuous spell card. When you activate it, you look at your top 3 cards, and if you find a Dark Magician monster or anything that is Dark Magician in its text, add it to your hand, and then with the other cards you can place them in any order you like. Now, so this is your second main search of the deck. But as good as that is, its other effect is even better. If a Dark Magician is normal or special summon, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and banish it. So, crazy, crazy, crazy. Matter of fact, this card right here, I was lucky enough to get my 3 in real life, but these are jumping up in price like crazy right now. So if you guys are wanting to build a Dark Magician in real life, get the stuff now because they're jumping up in price. And the reason for that is because Dark Magicians have potential to be a good rogue deck now. But once we get the Link Summon mechanic, Dark Magicians have potential to be a meta deck. So yeah, pick up your Dark Magician stuff now, guys. Alright. And as far as Dark Magician spells go, the last one we run here is Illusion Magic. Should be a spellcaster type monster, and you add 2 of this guy to your hand. It's an okay spell. It's a quick play, so it's good. Though I really can't wait for us to get Apprentice Illusion Magician, so we won't even need this card anymore. As far as our other spells go, run 1 Raigeki, obvious reasons there, 1 Soul Charge, just a special summon from your graveyard, and just create so many powerful combo plays. We also run 2 Secret Village of Spellcasters. Now this is kind of, as you guys can see, I kind of tell this more towards a lock kind of deck, because I'll go over it when I reach more the extra deck, but this field spell is really, really good. So what you do is as long as you control a spellcaster and your opponent doesn't, they cannot activate spell cards, and spell cards are basically more than half the game. But it's kind of a double-edged sword because If you don't control any spellcasters, then it's completely flipped to where you cannot activate spell effects whatsoever, but your opponent can. So definitely want to be a little bit careful with this card, but with the way I have this deck tailored up, I have very rarely, almost never ran into that problem at all. And 1 tap for me just to search this bad boy here. Alright, so now onto our traps. We run 3 copies of Magician Navigation. Now this trap right here is amazing because you special a Dark Magician from your hand, then a level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster from your deck. But the awesomeness does not end there. Except for the turn it was sent there, as long as you have a Dark Magician on field, whenever your opponent decides to activate a spell or a trap, you could banish this card and negate it. So really, really awesome there. And next up for Dark Magician traps, we got 2 copies of Eternal Soul. Now I know some people like to run 3. I just prefer 2 because 1, it's searchable, and 2, as amazing as this card is, I'll go over the amazing part first. Each of your Dark Magicians are completely unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So, Regeki, whoops. Alright, let's try to make a point. Regeki won't work. Dark Hole won't work. Let's get even crazier. Cosmojo, something that does not target, does not destroy, but banishes, won't work. Let me see. Ignister won't work. Really, really good protection. Unaffected by everything. Doesn't matter if it targets or not. Doesn't matter if it destroys or not. Will not touch your Dark Magicians. And once per turn, during either turn, you can either search your deck for a Dark Magic attack or special a Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard. And this is every turn you can do this, so really, really amazing. But it has this one little thing to it, to where when this card leaves the field, all of your monsters get destroyed. That's quite a problem, isn't it? That's why we run 1 copy of Starlight Road. You activate it when an effect activates that destroys 2 or more cards you control. Now notice how it says that an effect activates. It does not have to be your opponent's effect. So let's say the Eternal Soul effect activates, you can negate it with Starlight Road, but it doesn't end there. As soon as you do that, you can special summon a Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. So negate your destruction and you get a level 8 Synchro Dragon from your deck. Pretty awesome stuff. Alright, and last but not least, for our main deck, we got the mini Solemn Brigade. Here we got 1 strike and 1 warning. Obvious reasons. Now let's go to our extra deck. Alright, so some of you guys are probably wondering why I haven't done this deck in real life. Because I have all the Dark Magician stuff, and I have almost all of the Wind Witch stuff. You're looking at it right here, guys. Alright, I'm just gonna be blunt. This card's amazing. It's amazing. It's probably one of the most powerful Synchro monsters in the game. Arguably one of the most powerful extra deck monsters in the game. Here's a problem though. Boy, is this card expensive. Oh boy, is this card expensive. And as you can see, there's 2 of them in this deck. Just because he's that good. We're talking 60 to 70 bucks a pop for this guy here. Now, I don't know about you guys, I cannot afford $60 to $70 a card. But something I will very rarely say for any card for any game. There's a reason. There is a reason why he is worth this much. So, here's his effects. During either player's turn, when another monster's effect is activated, you can negate the activation, destroy it, and your stars and your Crystal Wing will gain the attack equal to the monster's original attack that you negated. So, that alone is really, really good, the fact that it negates effects. And if it battles a level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls, during the damage calculation, that your Crystal Wing will gain the attack of the opponent's monster during that battle calculation. So not only can the level monsters not overrun this guy, but he negates effects too. And with Wind Witch, your opponent can't even Regeki or Dark Hole or Kaiju Slumber this. Yeah. So, now do you guys believe me? This guy alone can win you games. But, again, it's amazing and amazingly expensive. So that's why this deck is not live. Alright. Now, next up we have 2 copies of Stardust Dragon. Now, during either player's turn, when a card effect is activated that will destroy a card in the field, tribute that card and negate that effect. pretty good. And also, if this effect was activated and not negated, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So it's very similar to Starlight Road to where it negates destruction. So very, very good, because you want to be able to protect yourself. And it's also winged, so you could technically use the same combo you use for Crystal Wing to make Stardust Dragon. So again, you could, but you always want to go into this guy. But Stardust Dragon has some pretty good uses too. And next up right here, you see Star Eater, the only level 11 synchro in the game. And yes, we can make this with Dark Magician and Glass Bell. Must be synchro summon, can be special summoned in other ways, but what's really cool is that its synchro summon cannot be negated. So if your opponent wants to be all cheeky and try to Solemn Warning, Solemn Strike, nope, they cannot do that with Star Eater. And it's got really an awesome effect to where if it attacks, it's unaffected by other card effects until the end of the damage step. So a really good 3200 beater that is very hard for your opponent to get by. Next up, for synchros, we run 2 copies of Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Now it's similar to Crystal Wing. It's like the lower level of Crystal Wing. It's the original low level Crystal Wing. So where if a level 5 or higher monster activates the effect, you negate, destroy it. And during other player's turn, if a monster effect is activated, when a monster effect is activated that targets a level 5 or higher monster on the field and nothing else, you can negate it, destroy it, and just like Crystal Wing, it gains the attack equal to the destroyed monster. So Crystal Wing is basically the leveled up version of this guy right here. But Clear Wing is still good. He still negates, he still equals attack. And with the way his effects are stacked up, yes, they are a little bit specific. They don't have as much range as Crystal Wing, but if you play this guy just right, you can get 2 negates out of him per turn. And that's really, really good. Alright, next up here we got the Wind Witch Synchro, Wind Witch Winterbell. Basically, the only thing you really use this for is to where when you synchro summon it, you target a Wind Witch monster in your graveyard and you burn your opponent for the level of that monster times 200. So mainly you always want to target Glass Bell, target that level 4 times 2, 8. So 800 damage you'll be burned for it. It's also got the other attack too, to where during the battle phase you could target a Wind Witch monster and special summon from your hand a level less than or equal to that monster. So basically you would target this and special summon Dark Magician from your hand. But it can't attack. Which again, you don't really use it that often, but you can use it to when you have Dark Magical Circle on the field. So where activate the Wind Witch effect, special summon this, activate Dark Magical Circle, and banish something your opponent has. So, but again, I really have not used that effect. Alright, and that does it for our Synchro engine. Now let's quickly go into our Xyz little deck here. Now, in my opinion, for all Dark Magician decks, the only extra deck card you really need for Dark Magician is this guy right here, Ebon Illusion Magician. So good. And you can also special summon him with and rank 6 spellcaster type monster, Xyz monster you control. So a lot of people did not know that because it very rarely comes up. I think that's something pretty cool. But you detach and you can special summon a Dark Magician from your hand or deck. As you have this on the field, boom, that's 1 banish right here. And what's so awesome is during the battle phase, if a normal spellcaster declares an attack, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, banish it. So with this in Dark Magical Circle, you gain 2 banishes every single turn. And there's also something else very interesting about Ebon Illusion Magician. Notice how it says when a spellcaster type normal monster declares an attack. It does not specify. It's not specific between your normal spellcaster. So let's say by chance you have the mirror match and you have Ebon out and they don't. If their Dark Magician tries to attack, you can activate Ebon Illusion on their battle phase and banish their attacking Dark Magician. Completely insane. And if Dark Magician does become more popular when Link Summoning becomes a thing, which I think it will, I definitely think that effect is going to become a lot more prevalent. Also, we run 1 copy of Ebon High Magician. Not bad, but very rarely do I make him. Basically, you could activate quick plays and trap cards from your hand by detaching Xyz material. Pretty good. And also, when he's destroyed, you get special summon a Dark Spellcaster from your hand or deck, then destroy 1 card on the field. So basically, if you make this guy and Eternal Soul gets destroyed, you can still have a not only a Dark Magician, but you can also destroy a card. So he's one of the ways to get around the destruction of your Eternal Soul. Alright, and last up for the extra deck here, we got Phantom Knight's Breaksword, obvious reasons, just be able to pop stuff on the field, and Super Mega Grand Pulse, basically another way to destroy your opponent's spells and traps. And also for generic rank 7s, we got Red Eye Flare Metal, burning for 500 every time your opponent does anything is really good, and Big Eye, being able to take control of your opponent's monsters is really good. Now let me quickly go over the side deck here. And yes, I've got Kaijus in here. I've got 3 Gamma Steel, and I've got 2 Raiden. Now I've got Raiden in here because I want to see Kaijus often, especially if I'm going stuff against like Zoo or let's say Blue Eyes, to where I can be a little bit annoying. And also what's cool about Raiden is that he's a dark type, so even if I don't end up needing him, he's a lure fodder, so pretty good right there. 1 copy of Kaiku just for the ABC matchups. But basically, if you get this guy out with your Dark Magician, you start banishing, you basically annihilate the ABC matchup. So there's not much they can do if you get Kaiju at the right time. 3 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Now, I've actually almost main decked this card, because this card is so good right now. So good. But in the Wind Witch version, I chose not to main deck it. But there are other of my Dark Magician decks where this card is absolutely main decked. So yeah, very good. You basically discard during either player's turn when your opponent activates a spell or trap that's already face up, or a monster effect activates. So you you discard it, then you destroy it. So basically, if there's like a continuous spell card that wants to activate its effect, use your Ghost Ogre and destroy it. So very good. I've got 1 Dark Magic Expanded in here. Just another way to boost up the attack of my Dark Magician and also give it some protection. And also Dark Magic Succession. Once again, in other Dark Magician decks, this card is main, but in this particular one, I chose to trade the B side. It's basically, you banish 2 spells from your deck, not from your deck, from your graveyard, and it's another way to search off your Dark Magician spell and traps. 2 copies of Twin Twister for when your opponent has a lot of back row or they want to play pendulums. A 2nd Starlight Road for when there's a lot of destruction going on in your opponent's deck, especially back row destruction, and you do not want your Eternal Soul destroyed. And 1 Vanity's Emptiness, because once you do everything, once you get out your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, with the already amazing stuff that it is, being able to Vanity's that, it's crazy. But I side deck it because there's a lot of special something I do myself. But if you guys feel like this should be main decked, absolutely go for it. Alright, so this has been the main deck profile, and let's go ahead and try to get into a match here. Okay, alright. Let's see if this wants to work for me. There we go. Alright, so we got the optimal start here of going first. And not the best of hands, but we can most certainly make it work. Activate Dark Magical Circle. Let's get those out. Set 2 as a bluff for my opponent, and we're gonna end. Alright, now hopefully as long as they don't have the Twin Twisters, there should be quite a few interesting plays we can do here. So it looks like my opponent has a 41 card deck, and wait, 1, 2, 3, 9, 41. Oh, a 42 card deck, my apologies. And 8 cards in their extra deck. That's interesting. Usually you see people try to completely max out at 15. But, and oh, we see the mirror match here. Very interesting. Oh, I'm actually kind of happy. That's cool. That's pretty cool that we're seeing the mirror match here. Really cool. Alright, it looks like my opponent's going to get out the search for Eternal Soul. Alright, we're going to use the Dark Magical Circle to banish that guy. Sorry. It looks like my opponent's going to activate his or her Dark Magical Circle now. And let's see if they're able to get something into their hand. or if they just have to place it in any order they want. And ooh, what's this? The true name. Oh, that's interesting. Because, I was not expecting that, but that's clever. Very, very clever. Ooh. That was clever. I'm almost willing to bet that right here is Eternal Soul. Gonna go ahead and destroy the back row here, just cause we've got no idea what sort of crazy mess is going on. Yep. Called it. Where my Coke at? Someone owes me a Coca-Cola. Alright, gonna go ahead and use Magician and Dark Illusion's effect to special summon from grave. And interesting. Let's see what I'm gonna do here. Gonna go ahead and activate our battle phase. Damage to that main phase 2. You know what? We're gonna make Ebon high. Just cause you never know with a Dark Magician deck. Go figure, right as I say I almost never make this guy, here I go making this guy. Looks like my opponent's gonna be playing a Pot of Duality. A very valid card to have in his deck because even though you do a lot of special summoning, hardly, almost never do you special summon on your first turn. So, if you did not like the allure options in there, guys, Pot of Duality is also most certainly a valid option. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and add the Eternal Soul to hand. Go ahead and put you to attack. Like, even if that's, okay, that was nothing. Alright. So let's see, are we able to pull off the detach activation from hand? Do I want to do it yet? Nah. So what's he gonna get? Alright, so he goes in and gets another Eternal Soul. And I can almost guarantee you he's going to set that Eternal Soul again. Watch. Willing to bet money he will. I can almost promise you if I go for this card right here, it will be the Eternal Soul. Alright. Gonna go. And he just surrenders off the bat. Oh man. Oh man, we just completely got him there. I'm gonna do another one. Just because I really want you guys to see the Win-Witch version of this. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that we didn't even have to go Win-Witch. I still want to be able to show it to you guys. Alright, so we go first. Hey, what the? Did he just... Alright, let's see if he'll battle again. Okay. Wow. I mean, I've had people surrender quickly, but never before the duel started. That's a first for me. That is most certainly a first for me. Alright. And it looks like I will be going first. Well, not exactly the ideal hand, but definitely something I can work with. Alright, so I've got my Starlight Road set here in case stuff goes a little bit south with the Eternal Soul. Alright, so, ooh, I think I saw some mermails going on there. Definitely saw some mermails, but that's interesting. I've never seen a mermail with that. And lawn mowing, ooh. Wait, is this mermails? Oh no. I mean, I thought this was mermails, but I'm saying just a lot of water stuff in general. Alright, let's see if we have a chance to look at the grade right here. Okay, I guess we don't. A lot of frog stuff going on. Oh boy. I don't like that. 2 level 2 waters there. That's trouble. I see a... Whoa, he went for Coral Dragon there. Thought he'd be going for Totally Awesome. So don't get me wrong, I'm incredibly happy he did not go for the Totally Awesome. Alright, gonna have the Eternal Soul. Gonna add Dark Magic Attack to my hand. And now I'm going to activate Magician and Dark Illusion effect. Special summon from my hand. Yeah. I honestly thought he was gonna go for the Totally Awesome. But like, don't get me wrong, I am incredibly glad he didn't. Because I hate dealing with Totally Awesome so much. He's so annoying to deal with. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the Illusion Magic. Doesn't really matter. Gonna go ahead and activate my Illusion Magic to thin out my deck a bit. And also activate my Magician Dark Illusion effect. Special summon once again. Alright. And gonna go ahead and go into our Flare Metal this time. And let's bluff out our opponent a little bit there with another face down. So let's see what they got. I am more than prepared for a Twin Twister right now. Tell you guys that right now. More than ready for a Twin Twister. In fact, I actually kind of hope he does play a Twin Twister right now. Alright, let's see. What do you do? Water monster you control cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. Okay, so it just can't be destroyed. Alright. Like I care. Because I got Banishment on my side. Banish. Banishment. And my opponent just surrenders again. And we're going to go for another battle here. Like I said, I want to show you guys the Wind Witch stuff. But we're not drawing the Wind Witches. Ugh. Though for like Dark Magician wise, this is an amazing start. Oh man, you honestly, wow. Like, even though I said I wanted to show you guys the Wind Witch stuff here, for Dark Magician, you honestly cannot ask for a much better hand than this. Like, this is what people in Yu-Gi-Oh! Would call the nuts hand. Whew. Okay, that was like, yeah. I'm not kidding, for Dark Magician, that was like an Egyptian god hand right there. Though again, I really hope I get to show you guys some mermails. No, wow, mermails. What is wrong with me? I hope I get to show you guys some Wind Witches. Alright. Okay, so I did see a mermail here. Alright, so I wasn't going crazy. I absolutely was not going crazy. I did see mermail stuff here. Alright. Ooh, no. No. Yeah, you're funny. Alright, so just to get to add a lawn mowing. Yeah, no. That is totally awesome right there, and we are not going to see that. No. Yeah. Oh boy, we dodged a severe bullet with that one. And just surrenders again. And I'm not even gonna bother. Alright. I know this video is going on long enough. I really want to show you the Wind Witch mechanic here. I mean, yes, it's great that I'm showing you guys Dark Magician and you can win with Dark Magician. That's great. But I really still want to show you guys Wind Witches. Okay, hopefully it lets me go first. Yes! Okay. Finally, I get to show you guys Wind Witches. I'll just summon a Wind Witch. Alright, special summon there. Activate both effects. And something else that's really cool too that I forgot to mention earlier is that the Wind Witches themselves are really pretty inexpensive. Alright, so activate Wind Witch Snowball effect. Go ahead and special summon Winterbell. Activate Winterbell effect. Get my Glass Bell there. Burn them for another 800. And here is where I special summon the Crystal Wing that cannot be destroyed by card effects. Alright, so go ahead and play Dark Magical Circle. Ooh, these are all good cards to have. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm gonna set you and pass. Alright. And luckily I've got Maxi right in hand. Alright, so wait, is my opponent really just gonna set some cards? Is my opponent really just gonna set some cards here? Oh, I see the Black Wing. Alright. Let's go ahead and have them take something little bit I like to call the Maxi Challenge. Alright, is he gonna go for the Synchro? Come on, you gonna sync? I'm more ready for a sync. Ooh, another special summon. Ooh, I like this. That's cute. Yep, and now I'm at 43. That was real cute. Alright. So what gonna happen? He gonna sync? You gonna sync there, old buddy? Old buddy, old pal, old Blackwing player of mine? Ooh, he went for the sync. And now we're going to Solemn Strike. Now we get to activate Magician and Dark Illusion effect. And since he's Dark Magician on the field, going to go ahead and banish one of those traps there. Ooh, Icarus attack. Very happy I banished that. I mean, even though my Crystal Wing would not have been destroyed, I still don't want to deal with destruction. Alright. And he just surrendered there. Alright. I'm not going to make you guys watch any more of the surrenders. You see the point to where if it pulls off, there's not going to be a whole lot your opponent can do here. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And I really do hope I'll be able to show you guys this live soon, because I do have at least one Dark Magician deck I plan to show you guys live. Possibly two if I'm able to get the cards for it, but I guarantee you one live Dark Magician deck profile will be happening sometime in the near future. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully as much as I did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And again, hope you guys enjoyed and catch you guys later. This has been Magician's Descendant, and all of you duelists out there, take care.